जय श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की। श्री नरसिम्हा जय नरसिम्हा जय जय नरसिम्हा। प्रह्लादेश जय पद्मा मुख पद्मा भृंगा। श्री नरसिम्हा जय नरसिम्हा जय जय नरसिम्हा। प्रह्लादेश जय पद्मा मुख पद्मा भृंगा। श्री नरसिम्हा जय नरसिम्हा जय जय नरसिम्हा। प्रह्लादेश जय पद्मा मुख पद्मा भृंगा। तब कर कमल वरे नखां अद्भुत श्रृंगार। दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृंगा। केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा। जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे। कर कमल भरे नखां अद्भुत श्रृंगार। दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृंगा। केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा। जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे। तब कर कमल भरे नखां अद्भुत श्रृंगार। दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृंगा। केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा। जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। तव कर कमल वरे नखाम अद्भुत श्रृंगार, ललिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनु भृंगा, केशवधृता नर हरि रूपा, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. श्री श्री लक्ष्मी सिंह भगवान की, प्रहलाद महाराज की, जगत गुरु शिलोपाद की। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Jai Lakshmi Narsimha Lakshmi Narsimha Lakshmi Narsimha, Jai Lakshmi Narsimha. Jai Prasad Maharaj Jai Prasad Maharaj. Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. जय राधा पात सती राधा पात सती श्री राधे
पार्थ सारथी राधा पार्थ सारथी श्री राधे
जय राधा पात सती राधा पात सती श्री राधे
राधा पार्थ सारथी राधा पार्थ सारथी श्री राधे
जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान
जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान
जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान सीताराम जय लक्ष्मण हनुमान
सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान
जय गौरानिताय 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 जय गौरानिताय
गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनि
जय गौरानिताय 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 जय गौरानिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
गुरुदेव गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमः
विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय
बोलिए सभी बोलिए जोर से बोलिए
श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे
वाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादे
कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
श्री Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu
Nityananda
Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu
Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama
Bolo bolo
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
सब बोलिए जोर से बोलिए
Ram Ram
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. प्रेम से बोलिए। ओ हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा, जय प्रभुपदा। जय गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा, जय गुरुदेवा। Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma, Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma, Bandho Mohi Savadhana Ate, Bandho Mohi Savadhana Ate, Jahara Prasade Ba E Baba Toriya Ja, Jahara Prasade Ba E Baba Toriya Ja, Krishna Prapti Hoye Jaha Hoite, Krishna Prapti Hoye Jaha Hoite, Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriya Aitya, Utarane Rati Aise Utama Gati, Jai Prasad Pure Sarva Asha, Jai Prasad Pure Sarva Asha, चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से, चक्षुदान दिलो दे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते Vede gai jahara charita Oh vede gai jahara charita Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Agama Janara Bandhu Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Agama Janara Bandhu Guru Karuna Sindhu Agama Janara Bandhu Guru Karuna Sindhu Agama Janara Bandhu Lokanath Lokera Divana Oh Lokanath Lokera Divana Aha Prabhu Karo Daya Deha More Pada Daya Aha Prabhu Karo Daya Deha More Pada Daya Vijaya Kusuti Bhavana Vijaya Kusuti Bhavana Jela Prabhupada Patita Pavana Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jai Prabhupada Guru Puja ki. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nite Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda बोलो प्रेम से बोलिए हरिओ Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Nityananda Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Nityananda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Bole. Rio. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Bolo! Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Circle. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Toma Bina Ke Dayalu Jagata Sansare Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Toma Bina Ke Dayalu Jagata Samsare
Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Toma Bina Ke Dayalu Jagata
Patita Pavana Hetu Tavaya Avatara Mausama Patita Prabhu Napai Beya Patita Pavana Hetu Tavaya Avatara Mausama Patita Prabhu Napai Beya Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi Kripa Balokana Karo Ami Bado Dukhi Gauranga Daya Karo Sitapati Advaita Gosai Tava Kripa Vale Pa चैतन्यानिता दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसाई तव कृपा बले पाय चैतन्यानिता स्वरूप सनातन रूप रघुनाथा भट्ट जुग श्री जीव प्रभु लोकनाथ I'd like to welcome from Prasad Swami Maharaj. So there is a and also chairman of so come Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram
Jananjan Yamunati Vanati Yamunati Vanati Hari Janavallabha Giri Vallabha Nandana Ranjan Jodana Jajana Yadira Hari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jayo Vishnupada Paramahansa Paribhaja Kacharya Ashtotarashta Shishimha Abhaya Chararavinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Nitya Leela Pravishnom Vishnu Parasto Tarasata Shishimhan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Thakur Prabhupada Ki Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vindi Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Shari Gaur Bhakta Vindi Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Vrindavan Dham Ki Mayapur Dham Ki Gangamai Ki Yamunamai Ki Tulsi Devi Ki Bhakti Devi Ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Shri Jugadhar Harinam Sankirtan Ki Vihat Mridanga Ki Thai Gaur Premanandi. All glory to the Assembled devotees. All glory to the Assembled devotees. All glory to the Assembled devotees. All glory to Sri Ram Leela. Glory to Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today I will read from Shrimad Bhagavatam, 9th canto, 10th chapter, text number 11. Raksho damena vrikavad vipine samaksham. Vaideha raja duhita yapaya pitayam. Gatra bane kripanavat priyaya viyukta. Sanginam gatim iti patayam chachara. Raksho damina vikavad vipina samaksham. Vaideha raja dvita yapaya pitayam. Ratra bane kripanavad priyaya viyukta. Sri sanginam gatimiti patayam chachara. Akshodamena vikava vipine samaksham. Deya raja vihitaya pavaya vitayam. Ratra bane kripa Trisanginam gatim iti patayam statara. Samaksham. Damena vikavad kilavavam. Rajeya Raja Driyaraya Papalai Pitayam. Atravane Kipanava Priyaya Vimukta. Trisanginam Gatimite Patayam Sachara. Raksha Adamena, by the most wicked among Rakshasas, Ravana. Vikravat, like a tiger. Vipine, in the forest. Samaksham, unprotected. Vaideya Raja Duhitari, by this condition of Mother Sita, the daughter of the king of Videha. Apaya Pitayam, having been kidnapped. Bhratra, with his brother. Bane, in the forest. Kripanavat, as if a very distressed person. Priyaya, by his dear wife. Viyukta, separated. Sri Sanginam, of persons attached to or connected with women. Gatim, destination. Iti, thus. Patayan, giving an example. Chachara, wandered. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. When Ramachandra entered the forest, and Lakshman was also absent, the worst of the Rakshasas, Ravana, kidnapped Sita Devi, the daughter of the king of Videha, just as a tiger seizes unprotected sheep when the shepherd is absent. Then Lord Ramachandra wandered in the forest with his brother Lakshman, as if very much distressed due to separation from his wife. Thus he showed by his personal example the condition of a person attached to women. So, by the time factor, we won't repeat it since you can see it all here. Purport. In this verse, the words Stri Sanginam Gatim iti indicate the condition of a person attached to women was shown by the Lord Himself. According to moral instructions, Grihe Narim Vivarjayat. When one goes on a tour, one should not bring his wife. Formerly, men used to travel without conveyances, but still, as far as possible, when one leaves home, one should not take his wife with him, especially if one is in such a condition as Lord Ramachandra when banished by the order of his father. Whether in the forest or at home, if one is attached to women, this attachment is always troublesome, as shown by the Supreme Personality of Godhead by His personal example. Om Jnana-timirandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Swapadantikam Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivashari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So first of all, I would like to apologize if there is any repetition, because I wasn't here all these days, so I don't know what has been said. But in any case, according to Arjuna and according to the Bhagavatam, we can hear the same thing again and again if it's about Krishna. No problem. No. So, and Ramachandra. Pardon? Oh, okay. Okay, so. Okay, well anyway, we started yesterday in Faridabad, so I thought, I didn't know. See. So, this is one of the most important verses of this section of the Shrimad Bhagavatam, where Srila Prabhupada instructs us in a very lengthy purport, but it's a very important purport. All of you know better than me the pastimes of Ramachandra, meaning that you grew up in this culture. I grew up in Mleccha culture. No, Rama just meant something else. So I want to emphasize these points. Actually, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that Shukadeva Goswami has captured what is even Shesha, Naga, and Ganesh could not capture about the Ram Leela. Because Shukadeva Goswami, he knew Valmiki Ramayana. He knew the pastimes of Ramachandra. So he summarized, and he added certain elements that we may not even find in the Ramayana, as being explained here about Vipralamba very deeply, because these things are revealed, especially by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and of course revealed by Shukadeva Goswami. So, just like in Krishna Leela, that many of the Leelas are not understood. Even Pariksha Maharaj asked, why is Krishna the emblem of morality Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutanama dharmasya. He's coming to establish religiosity. Why is this pastime happening? No, the Rasa Leela. Of course, Parikshit Maharaj was asking that on our behalf, because we see so many confused people. And sometimes even Ramachandra's pastimes are more difficult to understand, because he takes a very human-like pastime, more than Krishna had 16,108 wives, and Ramachandra had one wife. He had the Kapatni vow, only one wife. Now why? Why is this happening? This all goes back to, in one sense, the same as Krishna. Just before Krishna's advent, there were so many demons. After the demons had been defeated, a long time before that, they were scattered throughout the universe. So they made a plan, let us congregate on planet Earth. And they're the people, they're not so capable. They're human beings. And then we can reorganize. So many demons came and they created a burden. And therefore, Lord Brahma, the earth solicited Lord Brahma and the demigods, please protect me. Just like in this verse, there's the word asamaksham, unprotected. And Srila Prabhupada will emphasize this at the end of the purport, that women should be protected. The earth is also a woman. Just like nowadays, there are all kinds of ecological efforts to protect the earth, but they don't understand the real nature of the earth, that the earth is our mother. There's somebody thinking about their bodily comfort. Now, let's protect the earth so I can enjoy my senses more. Try to be a little responsible for the fact that they're exploiting the earth. As Srila Prabhupada said, drilling the earth for oil is like raping the earth. So uncivilized. But they think they're so nice. And then they will call India backwards. India was protecting the earth millions of years ago. Prithu Maharaj. So this particular pastime of Ramachandra happened because, again, the demigods assembled. And this time they were just a little bit criticizing Lord Brahma. A little bit. Saying, you gave this Rakshasa so much power. And now, look, he's creating havoc all over the universe. He wants to create a stairway to the moon. He thinks he's so powerful, but he is more powerful than any of us. We cannot do anything. So please remedy this situation. And Lord Brahma said, he began to meditate. And he thought, the one thing that he didn't ask for is to be protected from human beings. Because he thought they're insignificant. If I ask for that, then people will think I'm weak. They'll think I'm just a very weak person if I have to be protected from human beings. So, no human beings. So, he said, and as they were discussing, Lord Vishnu appeared. And he said, I will come in 4 different forms. Sometimes, especially in South India, they say that that Shatrughna and Bharat are Sudarshan Chakra and the conch shell of the Lord. But Srila Prabhupada points out in previous verses, no, they are all Vishnu Tattva. No, this is the understanding from Shukadev. No. Even though many of them were Vaishnavas who came to that conclusion. If you don't have the touch of Shukadev Goswami, then you may not understand perfectly. So anyway, so Ramachandra, the demigods were soliciting. They also made their prayers. Please come in this particular form. They should have confided in Lord Vishnu, but because they are Sakama Bhaktas, sometimes just like when Hiranyakashipu was the Lord and Nrsimhadev was playing with him. It said just like a cat with a mouse, sometimes they play. So they play before they kill them. So the demigods were fearful. What's happening? The Lord, is he? They were doubting a little bit, because Sakama Bhaktas, sometimes things don't go according to their sense gratification. Sometimes they have some doubts. So the demigods were also having some doubts, and so they independently made prayers, just like Arjuna, when the Brahman in Dwarka, 8 of his sons had died. He was saying to Ugrasena, "What kind of a king are you that allows all these sons to die before their father? Well, this is not, you're not capable, incapable leader." Now everybody says everywhere leaders are incapable, but that was very unusual. So Arjuna said, "Don't worry, I will protect you." And the Brahman laughed. "Krishna and Balaram can't protect me. You?" And Arjuna, a little false ego came in. Of course, this is Yoga Maya. He's a pure devotee. But he said, "I have a special weapon from Lord Shiva." Oh, there he made his mistake. He did not take shelter of Krishna, Lord Shiva. And therefore, not only did the son die, but he disappeared. Just to show how foolish. So, but this is what happens. So, the demigods prayed, and the Lord assured them, "Yes, I will come in a very manusha form." Just like when Uddhava is remembering Krishna after his disappearance, he's remembering how wonderful his pastimes were. And he says, "Yamartya lilaopayikam swayogamaya balam darshayata grihitam." He says that, "Oh my Lord, your Yogamaya potency has acted in such a wonderful way to make your pastimes look so human-like. Actually, we are Krishna-like, meaning we have a form similar to Krishna." But he said, we see, from our point of view, his pastimes were human-like. But he said, and then he says, "Visvapanam swasya cha." Even you, in your form of Vishnu, cannot. Valmiki expresses it in 24,000 verses. So, 100 crores of verses originally. Just like the Bhagavatam in the heavenly planets, Srila Prabhupada said, it is thousands of times bigger because they have a long lifetime. We only have 70, 80, 100 years maybe if you live a long time to understand the Bhagavatam. And hard for us to even understand Bhagavad Gita. Everyone's working, everyone's going to school, no time. There's always time for the cell phone, but no time for Bhagavatam. So anyway, so Srila Prabhupada explains here. He says something, one should not take one's wife. Nowadays, men, women traveling everywhere, doing everything independently. This is so modern society. They think this is advancement, that women can do everything. Of course, we cannot blame the women. We have to blame the men. If the men are not responsible, if the men exploit the women, then the women will want to become independent. And this is what's happening now. Previously, as Srila Prabhupada said, in a varnashram setting, there's no need for women even to go to school. They will learn everything. If they are Brahmanis, they will learn from their husband, all the Brahminical, and from their father, and from their husband, they will learn all Brahminical There's no need to go to school. Only the men would go to school. But now all the women go to school because they think, if I get a bad husband, at least I can make my living, and take care of my child. So, there's no assurance in Kali Yuga. So, in our movement, we have to make the men more responsible so that we can take up Varnashram. Prabhupada wanted Varnashram, but unless the men are trained to be responsible, the Ekapatni, here the Lord is showing this, one wife, not one wife and then when I get tired, then I get another one. No. Srila Prabhupada, anyway, I won't go into that, it's another subject matter. So, this is the first part. Srila Prabhupada wanted to explain from the very beginning of the purport that women should be protected. When the men would travel, not that they would leave the woman alone in the house, because there was family. Family was there, uncles, fathers, cousins. The woman was always protected. So, then Srila Prabhupada goes into the essence of this verse. Of course, this is the material side of Sri Sangi. But the situation of Lord Ramachandra is spiritual. For he does not belong to the material world. No. Narayana paro bhyaktat. Narayan is beyond the material creation. Because he is the creator of the material world, he is not subject to the conditions of the material world. As Krishna says, Ajopi sam avayatma bhutanamishvaropi sam. Even though I appear to be born within this world, still I am always Ishvara. I always remain Ishvara. Prakritam stam adhishtaya. I come and I am governed not by material nature, but by my chit shakti. And I come. That's why I come. That's how I come. So, is spiritually understood as Vipralamba, which is an activity of the Hladini potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, belonging to the Sringara Rasa, the mellow of conjugal love in the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has all dealings of love, displaying the symptoms called sattvika, samchari, vilapa, murcha, and unmala. Thus, when Lord Ramachandra was separated from Sita, all these spiritual symptoms were manifested. So, when an ordinary person hears Ramayana, they may understand the moral story. But the moral story, just like some people, they think Ramayana is just some Valmiki just made up these leelas. It's just to teach some morality. Same with Mahabharata. Just some sages, they get together and they make up stories to teach the people, but actually they're meditating on the Avyakta Brahman. That's what that's what they understood this. So this is the Mayavad philosophy, which has contaminated everything. Just like I had one edition of Ramayana, critical edition they called it, supposedly the most special with commentaries. I read about 5 pages, and I realized, because in the beginning they give all these credits to all these professors. Srila Prabhupada says in his purport to the 3rd verse of this chapter that people think by getting university degree that they can understand. But they understood nothing. Then I read a few pages, it was all, this is to teach this is to teach that. Although they did include some commentaries by Vaishnavas, but then they discredit that afterwards. Say, well, they believe in these things. They're old people, they believe in these things. Now we've figured everything out with our nice university degrees. And so, one should understand, university degree means advanced knowledge on how to maintain the body. That's what it means. Otherwise, if you get too absorbed in anything mundane, then it distracts you from Krishna consciousness. The real degree you take from the University of Sri Rupa Goswami. he is explaining rasa so scientifically. 3 major books, and what to speak of all the plays and other books. The Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and explains, and then he explains more and more. Such a science. This is just the science of bhakti. And then our acharyas have expanded it. And the thing is, it always agrees. Material science, I studied material science. It always disagrees, and then they have to redo everything every 50 years, 100. They have to no, actually, classical physics don't work. Now, how do we combine classical physics with quantum mechanics? Now, how do we combine this? And now they're trying to figure it out. And I just read an article. We have recently calculated that there are 100 billion galaxies. How do they do that? It's just some, it's talk about science fiction. So this is the point, that we have spiritual science here. This is being explained by Tattvadarshi. As Krishna says, that Tattvadarshanam, who has seen the truth, they can explain. They can explain this science of Krishna consciousness. So, he is Satchidananda Vigraha, eternal form of knowledge and bliss. He has all the symptoms of spiritual bliss. Feeling separation from one's beloved is also an item of spiritual bliss. As explained by Srila Swarup Damodar Goswami, Radha Krishna Panaya Virakti Ladini Shakti Rasmad, that the Lord's manifest, just like Srimati Radharani is the Hladini Shakti, the original Hladini Shakti. And Sita Devi is the Hladini Shakti of Ramachandra. She expands. She expands right after the gopis expand into the Dwarka queens. And from the Dwarka queens, Sita Devi expands. Ayodhya is above Vaikuntha. No, Ayodhya is beyond Vaikuntha. The pastimes of Lord Ramachandra, you do not find these pastimes of so much brotherhood and, Sakya, the feelings of Sakya Ras. You don't find the feelings of Vatsalya Ras, which are very strong. So strong that Dasharat had to leave his body. First, he had to tell Ramachandra, because he made a promise. KK, Actually, Kekeya, her father, when Dasarath wanted to marry a younger girl because he hadn't had any children. He actually had one daughter, but no sons. So his second wife, nothing. So maybe I should get a younger wife. She will be more capable of having children. But Kekeya said, no, wait a minute. What if your other wives have a child before mine? Then he will be the king. I want my grandson to be king. So they made a pact that if Kekeya had a son, it doesn't matter what order it comes in, her son will be king. Only Kekeya knew this, and Dasharat knew, and who else knew? Someone else knew. Only 3 people knew. But out of fatherly affection, Kekeya told Kekeya. And then she knew this. And she was thinking all along, my son will be king. But because Ramachandra was so wonderful, even Kekeya forgot about this. But one time during battle, Dasarath's chariot was an arrow shot out the wheel, and Kekeya secured that wheel, even from physical damage to her body. And Dasarath was so grateful, he said, I will give you 2 boons. She said, not now, later on. So she always had this desire, but after seeing Ramachandra, she felt like his mother. But of course, as we know, when Mantara started thinking, oh, if Ramachandra becomes king, then I will lose my position. No. I'll be just a maid. I'll just be an ordinary maidservant of a maidservant. Keke will be the maidservant of Kaushalya, and I will be the maidservant of the maidservant. No. So, no, this is material consciousness. How will I secure my position in this material world? Sometimes this tendency even creeps into our bhakti. No, I'm the older one. I'm the senior. No. And when Lord Chaitanya says, no, you're dasa anudasa. No. That's what he taught by his example. But sometimes this creeps in. If we have some position, that position is just to serve the other Vaishnavas. No. Otherwise, these positions mean nothing. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya, when he prayed to Jagannath, he said, I am not in any varna, I am not in any ashram. No. But I am the servant, Gopi Bharatur, Pada Kamalayor, Dasa Anudasa. I am the servant of the Lord of the Gopis. No. And the servant of the Lord of the Gopis. So he taught us, when we're before the deity, when we're before Jagannath, when we're before Krishna, all these designations have no meaning. I am simply the servant. But when we're in society, we need structure. Otherwise, all society will be just like now it's becoming more and more in the U.S. Like just everyone does what they want. The most popular religion in the world nowadays, anyone know what it is? Most popular religion. Not Hinduism, not Islam. It is whatever I believe. That is the most popular religion nowadays. No. And especially in U.S. U.S. is the king of this philosophy. No. So, and people foolishly want to follow their example. It's unfortunate. Therefore, we're so fortunate to have Srila Prabhupada's books and have this culture, you know, and have, and have this. Even Srila Prabhupada says in the 10th canto, 1st chapter, verse number 4, very long, beautiful purport. Srila Prabhupada said, even though Vedic culture has become degraded in India, he said, still, everyone knows they are not this body. No, everyone, except for the Christians maybe, but everyone from Hindu background, they know I'm not this body automatically. This is such a big obstacle. How many times did Srila Prabhupada say, you're not this body in his books? Therefore, it's but automatically anyone from India knows. They may not realize it, but they know it, at least theoretically. They accept it. I'm not this body. And Prabhupada said also, whenever there is a Pandal program, thousands of people will come. Even though. So Prabhupada said, whatever has been lost from the Vedic culture, the remnants are so strong. I've seen it. I've seen atheistic Indians. But when I start talking to them and preaching to them, ultimately they break down because it's in the genes. It's genetic. It's been so long that this culture has been in existence from the time that Lord Brahma came out of the lotus flower. This culture has been manifested. So therefore, in this country, this is the great fortune everyone has. But because of that great fortune, don't become lazy. Because Lord Chaitanya said, now you all have the responsibility to take Krishna consciousness everywhere, all over the world. Either by preaching to people people come from everywhere, all over the world to India. India is still renowned as a great spiritual place. With all of the problems that may exist, still people come from everywhere. So we have to give them Krishna consciousness by our example and by our teaching. And then those who are younger and stronger, you can go to the West, not to get a job, no, but to preach Krishna consciousness, no. Even if you go to get a job, you have to preach, no. That should be your main purpose. And then I have to do something here. I have to take care of my family. So, no. Prabhupada said that. He said, one time he was speaking to an Indian audience in the U.S., he said, in London he said the same thing. So you have come here to learn from them. I have come to teach them. No. So we'd have nothing to learn from the West. Well, Prabhupada said you can learn some good systems, some mechanical things you can learn. Maybe some good habits they may have. Like putting the trash in the trash can. No, they may. Some good habits they may have. But ultimately, you have the great fortune of this wonderful culture. The Lord is the original source of pleasure, the reservoir of all pleasure. Lord Ramachandra therefore manifested the truth, both spiritually and materially. Materially, those who are attached to women suffer, but spiritually, when there are feelings of separation between the Lord and His pleasure potency, the spiritual Gita, Apajananti mam mudha manusim tanum ashitaham param bhavam ajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. So this is explained that they are mudhas, no? One who does not know the spiritual potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead thinks that the Lord as an ordinary human being. But the Lord's mind, intelligence, and senses can never be affected by material conditions. This fact is further explained in the Skanda Purana as quoted by Madhvacharya. I'll just read the translation. It is actually impossible for Ravana to take away Sita. The form of Sita taken by Ravana was an illusory representation of Mother Sita, Maya Sita. When Sita was tested in the fire, this Maya Sita was burnt, and the real Sita came out of the fire. So, also Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was traveling in South India, he met one Brahmin. And this Brahmin was so absorbed in Ram Leela and Ramachandra that he was speaking so beautifully, and he invited the Lord for lunch. No. So Lord Chaitanya could see he was a great devotee. Yes, I will come. So Lord Chaitanya came next day for lunch. There was no lunch. No. And the Brahmin was sitting with his head like this. And so Lord Chaitanya said, what happened, my dear Brahmin? He said, how can I cook? How can I do anything? Ravana has stolen Sita. No, he was so absorbed in the Leela. No, oh, we should pray to Krishna. Can I become this absorbed in Leela? No. How can I become this absorbed in Leela? No. And so Lord Chaitanya, he said, no, actually, he explained this. He explained this from Madhvacharya. He's coming, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnavas. And the Brahmin became happy. And he immediately cooked and fed Lord Chaitanya. Then Lord Chaitanya went to South India. And he found Brahma Samhita. And he also found in the Kurma Purana the actual explanation of what happened. That actually, when Ramachandra left, there is a certain symptom of ecstasy called prema vaicitya. Prema vaicitya means even when the lover is present before one. This happened many times with Krishna and Radha and Krishna. But when Lord Ramachandra left, Sita entered into this feeling, and she actually was transported by Agni. Agni took her and protected her. No. Because she could not stand the separation. And therefore, she was also living within the heart of Lord Ramachandra. So, Lord Chaitanya brought this Purana and showed it to the Brahman. Actually, here is the proof that actually when Ravana took her, he never saw Sita. She was taken by Agni. And therefore, the Sita that was, even when complaining to Ramachandra, to Lakshman, this was Maya Sita, complaining to Lakshman that my husband is calling, why don't you go? Oh, you think that maybe he's being killed in the forest and you can enjoy me? No. And Lakshman could not believe she was saying that. That's why he had to go. No. But this was not the actual Sita. The actual Sita would never say such a thing. No. So when the Brahman saw that, he went into ecstasy and began to dance. And Lord Chaitanya also began to dance. No. So this explanation is very important. So now we'll finish the purport. A further understanding to be derived from this example is that a woman, however powerful she may be in the material world, must be given protection. No. Very important point. Srila Prabhupada was very strong on this point. And of course, again, I can say that if men are not responsible, what can the women do? But therefore, when we hear this, every man should think, I have a sacred responsibility to become a very responsible man. Whether I remain grihastha or whether I become grihastha. Srila Prabhupada said actual brahmachari training is training to become a good grihastha. And if one is fortunate, he can remain naishtika brahmachari. But most brahmacharis will get married. No, I said, I see much more white here than saffron. No. Just like one time, one devotee said, Srila Prabhupada, you said that all the men should remain brahmachari. And you said that all the women should get married. So how will this work? You know? And Srila Prabhupada smiled and he said, Krishna is the supreme mystic. No. Otherwise, Krishna will work it out. No. So, but whatever, Prabhupada said, I want my grihasthas to be grihastha brahmacharis. No. Not just sense-enjoying, not like when I become 25 years old, I will get married, and for the next 25 years, I will be on vacation. And then 25 years later, I will take up what I started 25 years ago. No, not like that. No. Prabhupada said, little license. And actually, I see the brahmachari, generally they get more mahaprasadam, they get more, they're living in a temple, and sankirtan, which is the very difficult work if you do it properly. No, we should never think that brahmachari, but they don't have to, 9 o'clock they have to be at the office and work with a bunch of materialistic people. No, they don't have to do that. So they're very fortunate. Therefore, Grihastha, Srila Prabhupada in 1968, he said, everyone must chant 16 rounds. And he said, especially the Grihasthas. Especially the Grihasthas. Why did he say that? Because in Gaudiya Math, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur permitted the brahmacharis sometimes to chant 4 rounds when they had too much service. Not that that was their quota, but when they had too much, because they were doing all the puja, all the cooking, everything. No, and there were very few brahmacharis, so they had to do so much service. But that now that's become the standard, unfortunately, in many Gaudiya Math. That the standard now is 4 rounds. No, even for the grihasthas. No. So Prabhupada was anticipating that maybe sometimes the brahmacharis will not be able to finish 16 rounds. No, because they may have too much service. Of course, Prabhupada says in Nectar Devotion that next day you make it up. Not that, oh well, couldn't do it, no problem. No, you make it up. But Prabhupada said especially the grihasthas must chant minimum 16 rounds. Because you're much closer to the material energy. You have to live, family, children, society. So the point is that they must be very responsible, and then they can give protection to the women, and then we can have a proper society. This will not happen in the next 50 years or 100 years, but hopefully 150, 200 years from now, we can have a proper society where the women will no longer have to go to the university. Sorry about that. No, they won't need to. Maybe there will not be university. If Varnashram becomes prominent, then there will be Gurukula, not university. There was no university in Vedic times. It was all taught by the Brahmins, and Brahmins instructed everyone, including the women. Everyone got instructed by the Brahmins according to their Varna and their ashram. This is real society. The Brahmins were Shrutidars. They knew everything. Everything they read from the Vedas, they remembered. Now even when sometimes we do yagyas, the Brahmins have a book. So certain mantras, they have to have the book there. I saw this in some Sri Vaishnava temples nowadays. That they can't, not like before, they knew all these mantras. Well, they know many. I take my hat off to the Brahmins who know so many mantras. For as soon as she is unprotected, she will be exploited by Rakshasas like Ravana. Here the words, Vaidya Raja Duhitari, indicate that before Mother Sita was married to Lord Ramachandra, she was protected by her father, Vaidya Raja. And when she was married, she was protected by her husband. And therefore the conclusion is that women should always be protected. According to the Vedic rule, there is no scope for a woman being independent, asamaksham. For a woman cannot protect herself independently. And of course afterwards, she was protected by whom? Valmiki Muni. She was sent by her husband to the ashram of Valmiki Muni, because Ramachandra was so perfect. He was so responsible as a king that when he heard, he sent his messengers out, and he would go out and listen. And some people said, how can he accept Sita back? She was touched by another man. She was never touched by another man. Even there were devotees of Ramachandra who saw her Sita go into the fire and come out. The Maya Sita was diminished and Sita came out. She was never touched. But just because of the rumor. This is how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Ramachandra Puri was criticizing him, he stopped eating. No more sweets. He was just eating rice. The devotees could not tolerate it. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just eating rice. And finally they convinced him to again take, but for some time. He's criticizing, I will show. I will show the example. And Ramachandra showed that example. He sent his wife. This time he was giving an example, and he was meditating. But the other time he sent Sita Devi. He sent her away. How painful can that be? Painful meaning blissfully painful, because he's experiencing Vipralamba. But he had to show this example. So therefore, there's one beautiful verse in the Bhagavatam, the 11th canto, explaining Lord Chaitanya, Tvakta sudustyaja surepsitam Raja Lakshmin. So this is about Lord Chaitanya, that he had to give up the goddess of fortune. He took sannyas. But it also is applied to Krishna and Ramachandra, because these three manifestations of the Lord are very special. Why? Because they all three, Krishna more than anyone, and Krishna and Chaitanya, because they're the same person. They are the same. Krishna's tu Bhagavan Swayam. No. Whereas Ramachandra is an expansion of Krishna. But still, his Leela was complete in the sense he had wife, he had a kingdom, he had parents, he had mothers who stayed with him his whole life practically. And of course his father died out of separation. Krishna, his mother and father were always there. Both mother and father were always there throughout his whole pastime. The most complete. Lord Chaitanya, his father also disappeared, just like Dasharat. No. And but Ramachandra also, he had all these things. He had brothers, he had father, he had a mother. So therefore it's a very special pastime. Very special. And so, but he also gave up Raja Lakshmin. He gave up Sita. He was ready to leave Sita when he went to the forest. He didn't want Sita to come. Of course he wanted to be with her, but he knew the forest life will be very difficult. As it says that he went to the forest in a previous verse, and his feet were so soft that even the palms of Sita Devi appeared to be hard. His feet were so soft. But still he went to the forest. But he did not want Sita, whose feet were so even softer. But she was a Kshatriya woman. No? She was born of she's a Kshatriya woman. She was ready to suffer any difficulty. A Brahmani would not be able to suffer that. But even some Brahmanis did. You jump into the fire of Krishna consciousness. And Grihastha also means that, but sometimes they prefer pade. And so, in the case of Krishna, it meant he was the plaything of Srimati Radharani. And in the case of Ramachandra, it means that this golden deer, now this was, and I will stop with this particular example. This golden deer was very Maricha. What happened to Maricha? He actually he knew he was going to be killed, because he went to Ravana and he said, don't mess with this Ramachandra. I tried to kill him and he threw me into the ocean 100 yojanas away. Only by my mystical power was I able to survive. Just forget about him. No, forget about this Sita. It will not go well for you. And he said, if you don't do what I'm saying, I will kill you. And Maricha thought, killed by Ravana, killed by Ramachandra. Better Ramachandra. No. So then he said, okay, I'll take the form of a golden deer. No. And he knew he would be killed. But he had to do it because he had promised. No. Even though he was a demon. But even demons follow Vedic culture. No, he made a promise. These demons, demons are, Ravana followed many elements of Vedic culture. No, Prabhupada said that Hiranyakashipu was a jnani. He was preaching when everyone was lamenting about Hiranyaksha. He was preaching. No, you are not this body. No. So he was a jnani. And so when this pastime happened, then Maricha pulled Ramachandra away. So this Maricha is compared to the actions of Maya. The actions of Maya will pull the Lord. Otherwise, if you put your faith in Ravana, in the demoniac culture, of materialistic culture, then Ramachandra will go away. You want Maya? You want this Maya deer? No. You want this beautiful material nature, so wonderful. See it on Discovery Channel, all these wonderful things about material nature. I want to travel here, I want to go there. Every time people say, I say, oh, I traveled to this. Oh, did you see this? No, I didn't. No. I just saw the deities. No. No. I'm not interested in all these other things. I mean, sir, we see material nature is beautiful because Krishna made it beautiful. But we see the beauty of Krishna. One time a devotee was walking on the beach, with many devotees in Los Angeles with Srila Prabhupada. And devotee said, the sun was just coming up over the mountains. And devotee said, Prabhupada, it's so beautiful. Prabhupada said, it is not beautiful. So the devotee thought, but Prabhupada, isn't the beauty coming from Krishna? Prabhupada said, yes, but you were not thinking that way. You were thinking it was beautiful. Only when I objected, then you began to think of Krishna. No. So we have to be careful. Mamanushvara yudhyacha. First you remember Krishna. Always first you remember Krishna. So anyway, these are a few little pastimes according to the Bhagavatam. This we should read. When you read these 2 chapters of Shrimad Bhagavatam, the 10th and the 11th chapters of the 9th canto, you will get the essence of Ram Leela. No. The essence is there. And so it's very important that we read this first. And then you can read other things. Then you will be able to discern what is real. Because there's so many Ramayanas. But all of us in ISKCON are very fortunate. Because Vidvan Gauranga Prabhu he's just finishing. I saw him a few days ago in Vrindavan. And he gave me the whole collection. And so everything he's done, he's just finishing. And this is an authorized Ramayana with commentaries by acharyas, by Vaishnava acharyas. And so you're very fortunate. Well, all of ISKCON is very fortunate. Of course, it's a big work. It's many volumes. But he did it in the same style as Srila Prabhupada, with Sanskrit transliteration, word for word, and translation and commentary. So everyone, I encourage you to get it. He didn't pay me to say this. Everyone should, not that he said, I'll give you a set, you advertise please. No. But I'm just saying this because Ramachandra is so dear. Just like the Gaudiya Vaishnava deities, Ramachandra is not one of the Gaudiya Vaishnava deity. Why do we have Ramachandra here on the altar? Why do we have in so many of our temples? Why did Prabhupada put Ramachandra in Juhu? Because in India, Ramachandra is more popular than Krishna. And so, I don't know if we want to clap about that, but anyway, but that's true. And therefore but actually our deities are the deities established by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Radha Krishna Mahaprabhu, and Jagannath and Panchatattva. And then Srila Prabhupada changed that for preaching. Gaurnitai, Radha Krishna, and Jagannath, Baladev Subhadra. Why are these our deities? Just a little explanation for those that may not know. Radha Krishna is in the center. Of course, sometimes the main deity was Jagannath, so they put in the center, or Krishna Balaram. But generally, Radha and Krishna in the center, because Lord Chaitanya is taking us to Radha and Krishna. And Jagannath is meditating on Vrindavan pastimes. And so this form of Jagannath Baladev Subhadra is when Krishna, Balaram, and Subhadra were hearing the pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan. And that's why they took these forms. Because they were hearing Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan. Their eyes became big, huge smile. In Subhadra's case, because she was hearing for a longer time, her arms and her legs went completely into her body. And Balaram and Krishna, they heard for less time, so their arms still stayed out a little bit. They didn't have time. They didn't hear as long as Subhadra. So everything is focused on Radha and Krishna in Gaudiya Vaishnava. But we have Sitaram because Sitaram, Lakshman, Hanuman, because these are the most, therefore this Ramayana is very important. And sometimes somebody hopefully will do a very authorized version of Mahabharata. Because the ones we have, they're a little mixed with some other things, You have to be careful. Therefore, you have to read the Bhagavatam before reading Mahabharata and before reading Ramayana, because then you will understand properly. And if there's some deviation in your particular version of Mahabharata or Ramayana, then you will know, oh, this is some Mayavad has touched this. No. So anyway, so these are some thoughts on this particular verse. We have to always see that Ramachandra's pastimes are completely spiritual. There's nothing material, nothing mundane. So are there any comments or questions very quickly? I was told I could speak until, I didn't do this. I was authorized by local authorities that I should speak a little longer. And also many of you came late, so it's your fault.
Hare Krishna, Mahadan.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, you were telling that Srila Prabhupada has mentioned at various places that we are not these bodies. And we also hear and read in his books and his lectures many times. But still 99% our mind engages us in bodily conceptions. So how can we reduce that?
How can we?
Like many times we engage in sense gratification and in bodily conceptions. So how can we reduce that?
I'm not sure.
How can we reduce bodily conception?
Lord Chaitanya.
Bodily conception.
Bodily conception? How can we give it up?
Yeah.
Well, read Bhagavad Gita every day, You hear the Bhagavatam every day, you hear, no? It will take, that's why Prabhupada said this is a gradual process. No. He said it's a gradual, you have to, excuse me, sometimes my hearing is very bad because of, when I was on Padayatra, my ears got blown out in 1980. What was it? 83? No, I'm sorry, 85. So, Prabhupada said it's a gradual process because we're attached to the body. No. Everyone is attached to the body. Even in the Bhagavatam, we see that because of bodily attachment, many of these great kings, some of them were, Arjuna exhibited bodily attachment by Yoga Maya. But some of the Bhagavatam stories, they become Vaishnavas. And they were in the bodily concept. Like Yayati. So much in the bodily concept. He had his sons, please take my old age. You couldn't imagine how much bodily concept is that? Take my old age so I can enjoy. And then he realized his foolishness. And Puru was the only one that was willing to do that. The other sons, of course, Yadu said he knew that he had, he didn't know exactly what it was, but he knew he had a mission. And therefore he had to be married because otherwise the Yadu dynasty wouldn't exist. The other two sons, forget it. You want to enjoy, we want to enjoy. So, why are you trying to keep us from enjoying? So, only Puru said, the only thing I lament is that I didn't think of this beforehand. You had to ask me. I'm such an unworthy son. So Prabhupada said, this is like the perfect disciple. The perfect disciple should anticipate what the Guru wants. Not by speculation, but by service. Then one understands what are the desires and the needs of the Guru, and one anticipates. That this is first class. Second class is you have to be told. Third class is he tells you and you do it reluctantly. And fourth class is you don't do it. And so we should try to be first class, but at least second class. At least do what we're told. So Srila Prabhupada is telling us every page, you're not this body. Just like one time a professor told me, that, why does Prabhupada say so much, you are not this body? He said, like, I'm intelligent, I can understand. So I saw he had cigarettes in his pocket. I said, can you take out that pack, cigarettes? I thought maybe the Swami wants a cigarette. No, but so I said, what does it say on the package? Oh, cigarettes may be hazardous to your health. How many times have you read that? Oh, many times. And you're still smoking? So now you understand. He said, now I understand why Prabhupada says, okay, I accept. So Prabhupada says it again and again. We hear it again and again. Finally it will sink in if we chant nicely, if we associate with the Vaishnavas. No. Because why? Because we're experiencing everything through the body. Everything is being filtered through the body and the mind and the intelligence. Everything that comes in, everything that goes out. And only when we become pure Vaishnavas, we can send directly. When we're situated in pure devotional service, either by perfectly following the instructions of Sri Guru and the Vaishnavas, or by actual spiritual potency, we can direct our consciousness to Krishna without bypassing the mind and the intelligence, and the false ego. But generally speaking, if you think about it, sometimes we have to, even when we're trying to be serious devotees, our mind gets in the way, and you have to go beyond the mind, then you have to go beyond the intelligence, then you have to go beyond the ego, and finally your thoughts, your prayers reach Krishna. And what to speak of what's coming from Krishna, we see it in terms of our bodily condition, or our mental condition, our intellectual condition. So that's why it's very important that we chant very sincerely, and we associate with the Vaishnavas, and we hear the Bhagavatam, and then those filters will have less and less influence, and we will get the message directly, and that's called Krishna consciousness.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you Maharaj for the wonderful lecture. Maharaj, my question is that whenever I want to come temple and stay at temple to attend the Mangal Aarti at morning, so my parents said ki don't need to come at home, stay here permanently. So as you said that we have to follow the instructions of our parents. So what to do, Maharaj, in this situation?
What do? You do half and half. No? Sometimes you come to the temple, another time at 4:30, you say, all right, parents, let's get up, let's do Mangal Aarti. No. You say, all right, you want me to do it here? Then you must attend. No. Otherwise, if you don't attend, then I have to go. If you won't give me your association in Mangal Aarti, then I have to go to the temple. No. Yes. So we do, sometimes if you live at home, you have certain restrictions. No. And you have to, but you do your Mangal Aarti there. No. What's the difference? Ultimately, there's Krishna, either in picture or deity form. We do our Mangal Aarti. The important thing is to do. Why did Prabhupada stress so much Mangal Aarti? Because he wanted the devotees to get up. No. It's important to go. It's good to go, and you want to see the deity. But really, Prabhupada said everyone must get up by 4 o'clock. Why? So you take advantage of Brahma Muhurta and chant the holy name during Brahma Muhurta. That's why. That was his main reason why he emphasized it so much. Because in the beginning there was no Mangal Aarti. And Prabhupada would still tell the devotees to get up. No. But sometimes they would sleep till 6:30, 7 o'clock. The Mangal Aarti was established at the end of 1971. The first 3 years, and there was no Mangal Aarti. No. So, but Prabhupada would tell the devotees, I am rising, why are you not rising? No. So, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. My question is that you said why the pastimes of the Lord are difficult to understand. So why is it?
Well, could you repeat
Why
that?
is it that the pastimes of the Lord are difficult to understand?
Why is it difficult? Because we're in the bodily concept. No. We're in the material world. We have been accepting one body after another for thousands or millions of births. And each one, we're in a body and we're trying to enjoy this body. No. So it's difficult to understand. Also, it's difficult to understand because the Lord, everything we experience is under Maya Shakti. And everything that the Lord is doing is under Chit Shakti. No. So, just like Krishna, it seems like it's very easy. Krishna has all the gopis and he's enjoying life and very happy. No? But we don't understand the depth of the attachment of the gopis for Krishna, which is explained in the last verse of Shikshastika. That when Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he explains it. How can you understand the sentiments of Srimati Radharani when she says that Krishna, when you accept another gopi, I am very unhappy. But if that makes you happy, then my unhappiness becomes my happiness. How deep is that? How can we even understand that? So, but really, Krishnadas Kaviraj is revealing something very deep to us, which is the first two principles of surrender. Anukulyasya sankalpam pratikulyasya varjanam. That if something is favorable for Krishna consciousness, I will do it even if I don't want to. Otherwise, my unhappiness becomes my happiness, because this was what Krishna wants. And even pratikulyasya varjanam, if Krishna doesn't want something, even if I like it, my happiness becomes my unhappiness. No. Because Krishna doesn't want this. So that's why it's difficult. Because it's very deep. To be so attached and surrendered to Krishna is very deep. No. It requires a degree of surrender that we cannot understand. So, I think one more question and we have to stop. No. Otherwise, anybody, if you have to go, don't feel bad. Don't think you have to. If you have to do something, no.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for the awesome lecture. I have one question. You raised a very valid point that every Indian has in its genes this hardwired thing that you are not this material body. But on the other hand, due to Western propaganda, every of the youth wants that they should study in US, they should study in Europe, and they want to stay there forever. They say India is not for us.
You can go to South America, where I am. So, you can go to Africa. You can go to Vietnam, you can go to Korea, you can go to Russia. No restriction. In Russia, they like Indians very much. No. So the point is, Lord Chaitanya is saying, and Srila Prabhupada, Lord Chaitanya says that Attaiva ami agya dilun sabakare jahan tahan premapala deha jaritari. He says, I order every person within the universe. You must carry out my order and take these fruits of love of Godhead and distribute them. So this is Lord Chaitanya's order. So either you can do it here in Delhi, no problem. But this is our duty. But then Prabhupada says in some purports after that, he said, therefore the Indian people should, in another verse, he says, therefore the Indian people have the responsibility of being born in India means you must take this Krishna consciousness to others. And Prabhupada even mentions there, even going to other countries. Doesn't mean everybody has to go to another country, but it means you have the responsibility, being born in India. If you understand Lord Chaitanya, you have the responsibility of giving this Krishna consciousness to others. Therefore, I started a program. Now there's a program of giving one book every day. But I said, even if that's difficult for you, I have a program, do one book a week. That means 52 books minimum. And then every person that you distribute that book to, you get their address or you give them your address. Say, let me know what you think about it. And whoever responds, then you preach to them and give them a set of Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. We follow up. This is the way we can double and triple book distribution. No, because there are thousands of congregational devotees. If every one of them, what to speak if you're distributing one book a day, and you get those addresses, then you have 365 bhaktas under your jurisdiction, under your care, and you have to take care of them. Every one that responds, you have to take care of them. So some people may think, well, 365 bhaktas, shishas, is a lot. Maybe I should just take 52, but minimum 52. No. And then you give them Krishna consciousness. No. So there are many different formulas how we can carry out this order. Devotees like Vaisheshika Prabhu, Vijay Prabhu, the Sankirtan leaders here, everywhere, they're always taxing their brain. How can we come up with some new method to give these books to everyone? No. They must have these books. Just like the other day, Sankalpa, I was walking in the park here behind the temple, and Sankalpa came with the Bhagavad Gita. I said, someone put just threw this away. Somebody had distributed it in the temple, and they took it just out of some feeling of obligation. And so that's how, they come from this culture. They know the Bhagavad Gita is sacred, and still so much desire for sense gratification. Oh, this will get in my way. No. How will I enjoy my senses if I read Bhagavad Gita? No. Therefore, no. Or people put it on the shelf. No. So that's just the same way. You throw it on the shelf, or throw it in this way. No. We have to teach people. And how do we teach them to relish Bhagavad Gita? We relish it. Lord Chaitanya said that. I will come and I will show by my example. Apani achari. No. I will show by my personal example. No. Bhakti shikaimu. No. I will teach by my personal example. This is what we must do to serve Lord Chaitanya. We take Krishna consciousness, we chant the holy name, we become attached to this process, and we give it to others. Okay. So I think we'll have to stop here. If anybody else has a question, then you can come up and... Yeah, because of the time factor. No, we're governing. That's another thing why it's difficult to understand Krishna. There's no time factor. No. The time factor there just increases the Leela. But here we have time factor, eating, sleeping, work, family responsibilities, devotional service, so many things. So anyone who has a question, I'll stay for a few minutes and be happy to answer your question. Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Anant Koti.
इतने सुंदर प्रवचन के लिए His Holiness गुरु प्रसाद स्वामी महाराज की, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। तो आज का जो कार्यक्रम है, संडे है आज, तो आज का जो नून लेक्चर है वो लेंगे हिज ग्रेस शंखधारी प्रभु। सो प्रभु जी लेंगे टेम्पल हॉल में, और वो आप लेक्चर अटेंड कर सकते हैं 1 बजे। और फिर उसके बाद शाम को हमारा बहुत विशेष कार्यक्रम है। हम लोग एक बहुत अच्छा राम उत्सव कर रहे हैं गेट नंबर 4 पे, जो कि शुरू होगा 5 बजे। तो आप लोग वहाँ पे असेंबल हो सकते हैं। एक बहुत ही सुंदर